Okay, we're here for round 5. We are currently 0-4. Hopefully we come up against a creature-based deck for this game. Otherwise we're going to be going 0-5, I think. Get to go first, that's always good. Got a couple of lands, got a tutelage in hand. I don't see anything wrong with this. Well, let's go. Probably scry to land if I can. Not super important, I've got 2 other ones already, so we'll just bottom that. Looks like... what is this deck? I think I know what this deck is. It's the one where they pretty much don't let you draw what you want. I'm looking forward to it doing what it wants to, pretty much. Yep, so there goes tutelage. I suppose technically it can lose. They might go into the Mindslaver loop, just with the Academy Ruins and the and Mindslaver. They could pretty easily take over this game. Okay. It's alright. If I want to, I can throw down that dictate end of turn. Or at least in response to something that they're going to do. Like that. So let's go play that. So the Elixir of Immortality is going to be a problem, so there might be a little bit of a mill deck. Simply just some sort of weird artifact deck. Thing needle, what do we got? What's it naming? Actually, going to be a little intrigued to see what they kind of name for the pithing needle. I don't think I've got too many activation things, maybe Ghost Quarter, fair enough. Suppose it's just try the Howling Mine. I suppose just play the Tranquil Cove. They can both draw lots of cards. Right. So we've got Thoughtseize as well. Interesting. Fair enough. Spellscout's not a problem. I could just throw down Gideon here, start plussing until and we'll just start plussing, I suppose. Make that Spellscout attack, as pointless as that may be. So at this very point in time, I'm not entirely sure how they win, besides milling. And from tearing apart my hand. Snaring bridge, that's okay. Spell Sky has to attack. That's okay as well. My cards in your hand. So that Gideon's not doing much. And that's okay. Whatever. Keep the whatever's going. Good. I do like having another tutelage there. So I think I'm just going to go tutelage, probably Howling Mine as well. May as well play the Sheldock Isle. See if there's anything I can do in there. More Howling Mines, why not? Activate Gideon, so at least the spell card is tapped for whatever reasoning that will be helpful. Could actually just destroy it. That might be worth doing. Yeah, why not? I can't imagine Gideon's going to be dying anytime soon, so as you will. So assuming that Sphinx's tutelage survives the turn, which I'm not entirely confident of. Put target artifacts, what's that, the lantern. Plays with the top card of library reveals, shuffles his or her library. That's alright, I can deal with that. So pretty much they're just taking control of what I'm drawing, as far as I can tell here. So they're going to be able to play that lantern one there. They can see what I've got on top. If they don't like what I've got on top, then they can just mill it for me, which is quite a reasonable thing, I suppose. So let's just make that big as well. I don't think either of us are really going to be having a... So they certainly don't want me to have that card, and that's going to happen every time. That's going to be annoying. I imagine they're quite alright with me getting the Ethereal Haze. Not super pleased by it, but it will do. If I'm lucky enough, I can mill 17 cards with these next bunch of triggers, which is possible. So probably not likely because there's a lot of him having that abrupt decay is going to be a little bit annoying. But him wanting to mill set abrupt decay does work for me. Okay, that's fine. Awesome. Doesn't look like he can mill another thing there, so I do get my tutelage. Okay, so that's not too bad. That extraction there isn't too bad either. I think I just want to play that there. Go ahead and do that. Play to land. It's pretty much just activate Gideon, and I think that's it. There's no point playing Supreme Verdict, and there's no point casting the other two, and the Ghost Quarters can't do anything even if they were on the field, so I suppose it's just pass turn, hope he doesn't have a Abrupt Decay in hand. More like a Maelstrom Pulse would be a problem, but so if I get to go to my next upkeep, there's a pretty good chance I just win, because I will be drawing 4 cards at least. Besides that, it's not. I don't really know where we stand. I know that they can just pretty much continuously put stuff into their library from their graveyard with Academy Ruins. However, they can only do that. You can only really put the 2 cards there, so I should be able to still mill them out with the Howling Mine and Dictate of Crucifix effects. I am unsure though, so we will see here. They can do that, so they can start searching for an artifact, which does seem to be what they're doing. So if this isn't Mindslaver, I will be a little bit surprised. Codex Shredder, what is that? So that's just another turn target from graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's alright, I think. Play on the second Mox. I assume sacrificing the tapped one. Playing the Codex Shredder. Sure. Nah, major differences. That's fine. More Ghost Quarters, I take it that's one of the things I'm going to be drawing. I am truly confused by what this deck does and how it's going to beat me right now, although I definitely don't doubt it to be a possibility. So that's Surgical Extraction on Tutelage. Yep, that's fine already, because I've got 2 out on the field, doesn't really matter. Sheldog Isle, so I'm actually a little unsure why I can even select to do that. I might even just test it, see what happens. No, so it just does nothing. Okay, that's cool. Didn't think I'd be able to even activate it. Not a problem. Really hoping that I'd be able to get through a few more cards just then, but not super surprised by it. Not entirely sure why he wants me to mill that one either. Because he wants to give me a ghost quarter, of course. How silly of me. So, I suppose just Sheldock Isle and hope. So now I can actually cast that. Where is it? There. So they're going to be drawing 5 cards this turn. Do cycle the Angel Song. Don't need more Ghost Quarters, so that's fine. So unless something good goes right for him, for them, whoever they are, I should just win next turn. So I think they can return 2 cards to the top of their library with just shuffles the library. So Codex Regular returns something to their hand, so they can only put 1 to the top of the library, which is with Academy Ruins. So I should win, I think. I'm a little confused. Although now they're spending 5 mana, I'm not entirely sure what is even happening there. Okay, that's alright. So they are double Abrupt Decaying. Or at least they're going to try to, which is okay, I think. I mean, it's not too big a deal if they hit the tutelages. You can only cast 1 of them at the moment anyway. So I am intrigued. So this is probably actually a pretty good time to take a look through their deck as well, to see if there's anything that I haven't seen yet. Stirrings, Opal, Pithy Needle, Surgical Extractions. So it's pretty much all stuff I've seen. Yep, so I've seen all that stuff come up. At least sort of, so. What are they doing? I don't know how they get out of this, because they're going to be drawing 5 cards next turn, and I don't like their odds of being able to do it. But then again, I also have no idea, so that's better. So they're casting Abrupt Decay. No, they're not. They're casting Ancient Stirrings. Interesting. Okay. Okay. So I don't think that's a problem. Really just waiting for an Elixir of Immortality type thing to happen here. And I'm just going to cycle that. Probably should have just cycled that at the end of my last turn, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, so looks to me like I just won round 5. Cool. Okay, well, I'm a little confused as to why that happened, why we didn't go to a sideboard or anything, but so here's the wrap up, I suppose. In my testing, I did verse a few creature-based decks. I think I versed a red-green aggro. It might have been burn, but it had a bit more. Like obviously had the creature-based tours like Monastery Swiftspear, and the Eidolon. So it did matter a little bit there, but I believe I still lost that one. I also versed an Abzan one earlier today with this deck. Did fine up against the Goyf and the Siege Rhino. Just prevented damage for a few turns and eventually just gave up. Yesterday I also played a game, can't remember what it was versed, but it was more creature based. So, I did win that one. So pretty much, I'd imagine that just purely based off the fact that there's 17 prevent all the combat damage spells, you need to be versing decks that require combat damage to win. From here, obviously that's based on your local meta if you're playing there, or if you're playing online, I probably wouldn't choose it too much. From the deck as it is, I would probably take out quite a number of the prevent all damage spells. Maybe put in some counter spells, possibly just some additional draw stuff. Probably may not even hurt to play some Elixir of Immortalities, a couple more of those. Sideboard wise, again, it's a bit more creature based. Like obviously the Core Firewalk and the Burrington Forge Tender are burn. Path to Exile requires creatures. Detention Sphere, not as bad as I thought it was. I thought that was creatures, but I don't think it would have been too useful for me anyway. It wasn't really coming up against any decks that had just that one non-land permanent. Anyway, Valakut was a pain in the ass, but that's alright. Supreme Verdict, great card and probably a good of in the sideboard, but not. Won't need 3 of them. Relic is probably still fine, just because there are still graveyard-based strategies. And Negate is pretty much always good because Mon is mostly non-creature spells anyway. Overall, like the deck's not too bad. I do enjoy playing these kind of controlling, a little bit wacky kind of decks. Just probably wouldn't play it unless I know I'm going up against creature decks. So I might play this. I may play this at a local event if I could get the cards. Certainly not an expensive deck, so wouldn't be difficult to do. Because I know there's a few more. I know at least when I was still playing in paper, a lot of my local at my local store there was a lot more Abzan and a lot more creature-based stuff. Abzan and Zoo was pretty heavily represented there. Up against Affinity, it might do alright. I suppose the prevent all damage stuff would probably do alright, but as it is, it's not the worst deck. But obviously against the non-creature based strategies, it's just not going to do very good. But that's all for this week. I'm unsure what I'm going to do next week. I've just whipped up paid for a couple of standard decks, a couple of modern decks. I'm looking into playing a commander game as well, so I'd love to do a 4-player commander game. And I've still got some packs left over from the pre-release, so I could do another draft as well. I'm unsure exactly what I'll do, but I'll have something out next week. I'm off from uni now, so I don't have any restraints there. So hopefully we'll be able to get something done every week from now on, at least until uni starts again. That's it for today, and thanks again for watching. See you later.